For the first time in the history of the Joburg Open, the Modderfontein Golf Club hosts the Sunshine Ladies Tour. And for a club that is regularly featured on the top 60 list for South Africa's best courses, it is an honour for the club and its members.
We're absolutely delighted to have the ladies here. I mean, there's some very, very fine players even from overseas. And Modderfontein, we are extremely excited to host them and see what they feel about our golf course. And so far, all the comments have been very positive. They've enjoyed the course. I think it's an underrated golf course. And there are a couple of very severe greens here, like 6 and 7, where you have to be careful from above the hole. But generally speaking, I think you just need to keep the ball dry, stay away from certain pin positions where the water's in play. And I think if you just go carefully, I think that's the way to play the course.
Since its inception 2 years ago, the tournament has grown in stature and has attracted all calibres of players. And for the city, it is an event they are immensely proud of.
As we promote golf as a sport, we can't only look at the men only. We needed to contribute towards growing women in golf. And as a result, a decision was taken to say at the back of the Joburg Open, we'll then host the Joburg Ladies Open. When a tournament has the presence of the likes of Ashley Bohai, Leanne Pace, Kim Williams, those are names that are known. They are local girls who are applying their trade abroad and doing very well. For them to come to such tournaments, it just elevates the status, but it shows the importance of such tournaments because they are recognizing what government is putting forward in growing the sport of golf.
Bad weather halted the start of round 2, delaying play by 2 hours. But once clear to go out, it was Swaziland's Nobuhle Dlamini who would shoot the round of the day. A 5 under 67 to pull her back to level par for the tournament was a positive move forward for the 26-year-old.
I struck it well today, and all I said to myself is I'm going to commit to everything. I hit the ball really, really well, and I hit it close. I made a lot of putts, and made 8 birdies for the day, 3 drops. I'm quite happy with my performance today.
Although booking her place in the final group for round 3, she would start 6 shots off the lead. Lauren Taylor would string together back-to-back 70s to finish 4 under and mount the closest challenge to the overall lead. The Englishwoman has adopted a different strategy for this week's tournament in hopes of winning her first Sunshine Ladies Tour title.
I've just got to stay aggressive. That's been my whole game plan this week. Just go at pins, go at putts, and we'll see what happens.
Overnight leader Ashley Bohai again came out on top at the end of round 2. After finishing in second place last week, Bohai was looking to go one better at the Joburg Ladies Open and was confident with her game.
I feel like I'm starting to find my lines and worked hard with my coaches past weekend, and hopefully if I still feel it tomorrow. The putter still feels a bit shaky sometimes, but I hold a few good putts coming in to save par, which kept the momentum going.
The former Chase to Investec Cup champion would be the favourite, carrying a 2-shot lead heading into the final round. Bohai on 6 under after day 2, with England's Lauren Taylor only 2 back, but the rest of the field with work to do if they are going to catch the 2017 number 1. The growth and appeal of the Sunshine Ladies Tour is growing every year, and with it, international appeal, as more players from Europe head south.
I wanted a new adventures, and this tour down here is very good for girls to play on, and they want women's golf to grow, and that really shows down here, and great courses, and competition is really, really good.
You have a lot of good golf courses, and I think the tour makes a good job in setting them up as well. So you have a few tough par 4s, but you also have reachable par 5s, so it's a good tour overall where they think about women's golf and how we play golf.
With the opportunity to improve their game and gain experience in professional tournaments, what are some of the lessons being learnt?
Don't take it so seriously and try to have fun, because sometimes when it's not fun on the course, a day working at the course and working at my other jobs that I have, it's better if it's a bad day on the course.
With the top 5 already this season, Alex Lennartson feels her game is almost where she wants it to be.
I feel like I'm playing steady golf, but I just need to take that little extra step to actually be up there and fight about the first and second places more. So that would be awesome.
With a number of internationals already on tour, it's clear that the Sunshine Tour is the place to come and hone your skills. The clouds loomed on the final round of the tournament, but thankfully the day would stay a dry affair as the field attempted to chase down Buhai and deny her an 8th tour title. But as we have seen over the past few years, once Ashley is ahead, she is a very hard competitor to catch. And it was no surprise that straight out the gate she set up what would be a birdie at the first hole and a statement to her fellow players. Catch me if you can. Ivana Samu started her day well with birdies at 1 and 6 and added another at the 8th after this delicate chip at the par 5 8th to go 2 under for the tournament. Lauren Taylor managed to maintain the gap to Buhai as she too made a birdie at the first to go 5 under and remained just 2 shots behind Ashley, keeping within touching distance of the overnight leader. Kieran Matharu could not improve on her overnight score. Her only birdie in the round, coming at the 8th, was followed by a bogey at 16 and would see her finish the round tied for 6th place on 2 over for the tournament. No such problems for Nobukhle Dlamini as she kicked her round off with a birdie at the first to get her to 1 under for the first time in the week. France's Emmy Perrinin recorded her first top 10 of the season as she completed her final round in 72 to finish 3 over par. This third at the 10th good enough for a birdie, helping her to 9th place on her own. Last week's winner Stacey Bregman continued the form that helped her claim the first event of the year, and with 4 consecutive birdies from holes 5 to 8, the Swanee Open champion would turn in 33, 1 under par. Ashley Buhai with a 9-iron to the 4th hole would set up her second birdie of the day, taking her to 8 under par. 5 clear after Taylor dropped shots at 2 and 3. After a superb 2017 that saw Carrie Park win twice, the Korean seems unable to kickstart her 2018 season. The last birdie of the day coming at 8 as she finished with a 74, 2 over in share of 6th. Lauren Taylor's challenge for a first Sunshine Ladies Tour title would come to an abrupt end as trouble off the tee and a poor chip would see her drop 2 shots at the 6th hole, which would disrupt her concentration as she crumbled to an 80 for the day, leaving her 4 over in 10th place. Azalea Mekhtri led the way for the amateurs through the turn. The Swiss golfer enjoying a solid day as she turned in 36 and maintained her score with a strong par save at 10. An uncharacteristic drop at the 6th was quickly erased as Buhai nearly drove the green in 2 at the par 5 8, chipping on to set up her 3rd birdie of the day and getting back to 8 under par. The 12th hole is one of the signature holes at Modderfontein. A tricky green is protected by water and is not easy to birdie, but Stacey Bregman made this part look easy as she moved to 2 under par and 2nd place on her own. Finding the green in 2 at the 8th and setting up an eagle putt was perhaps a small consolation for Nobukhle Dlamini after she dropped shots at 6 and 7. She would turn in 37, 1 over with work to do to finish well on the Highveld. Without a top 10 in 2017, Sweden's Alexandra Lennartsson continues to improve her game and impress as she once again finished well this week. With a 5th place in Swanee and now a 6th here in Joburg, she's definitely a rising star and a player to watch. Ivana Samu has yet to win in her 4 seasons on tour. She birdied the 13th to join Bregman on the 2 under mark as the pair shared 2nd place. Buhai had arguably the shot of the day at the par 5 10th. Just 87 metres out after laying up, she played a near-perfect sand wedge to card her 4th birdie of the day and moved to 9 under par. Azalea Mekhtri finished the week as the top amateur in this year's field. The performance displayed by the Swiss player was one that experienced players on tour would have been proud of, as she displayed a calm head, finishing 1 over par for the tournament and a share of 4th place. Nobukhle Dlamini was finding the day a bit more frustrating as the Swazi pro struggled to repeat the 67 she scored the previous day. She did, however, find the green in 2 at the 10th and produced a lovely birdie on the difficult par 5. Birdies at 14 for Samu and Bregman elevated them to 3 under par. Bregman had a chance to go 1 better at the 17th, but a tricky downhill attempt for birdie, missing the hole right, left them locked together in 2nd place. Another birdie at 11 for Ashley gave her a commanding lead as she moved to 10 under par. The simplest of 2 putts at the 13th, a safe choice as she looked to come down the final few holes and claim yet another title, but one that she'd never claimed before. First place last week and now a second place here at Joburg is more than Stacey Bregman could have asked for at the start of the season. 72, 74 and a round of the day 67 to finish 3 under par for the tournament. After an overeager attempt at birdie, Samu was left with a tester for par at the 18th, which she holed with confidence to end a wonderful week on the 3 under mark and remain alongside her playing partner Stacey Bregman. Another drop shot for Dlamini on the 13th in an up and down round, finally finishing with a 73 alongside Mechtree on 1 over. But by now there was no stopping Ashley. Although she dropped a shot at the 16th, she carefully navigated the treacherous 17th with a par to take a 6-shot lead down the 18th. It seems with every round she plays, she seems to gain more and more experience and applies this along with confidence to her game.
I felt very in control of which way I wanted to move the ball. My last few holes, I unfortunately didn't finish the way I wanted to, but I didn't feel like bad shots. I just think I was pretty pumped coming down the last few.
A bogey at the last, all but mathematical, as Ashley Buhai wins by 5 shots and claims the Joburg Open for the first time in her career. An 8th win and one of her most dominant. Stacey Bregman and Ivana Samu both in second place on 3 under, and a great performance from the amateur Azalea Mechtree. But for Ashley, winning what is her local event is something she is very proud of.
This is very special. I've been wanting to try get this one for a while. Joburg Ladies Open, it's my home city. I grew up about 15 minutes from Modderfontein, so to do it this week and to go wire, it's always a tough thing to do, so really chuffed.
So with the win, Ashley moves to the top of the Investec Property Fund Order of Merit. But with 5 events still to go, the top spot could be anyone's when the final points are tallied at the end of the season. Ashley will miss the next few events due to overseas commitments, which means when the field tees up next week at the Cape Town Open, her lead could be reduced. But for now, it's goodbye from Modderfontein and see you next week.